Hey guys, Echo here, and welcome back to another story. This story is about a really funny and kind of messed up house party I went to when I was 17. So at this time in my life, I was always looking for an excuse to get fucked up with my friends and just have a good time. And what's better for that than a house party? This party was at my friend's house, which was a really cool house. It had an upstairs area with bedrooms and a kitchen, and downstairs was just this kind of open plan rumpus room with a couple bathrooms that opened to a medium-sized backyard. So literally perfect for a house party, and of course her parents were out of town for the weekend. Leading up to the party, we all went to get new outfits, and this story reminds me of just how bad my fashion choices used to be. I was so hyped, I was like, I'm gonna look so Gucci, I'm gonna look so good, but I literally bought some pants, a striped t-shirt, and an oversized shirt that was a button-up. Like, the most basic outfit anyone's ever seen in their life, but I thought I looked great. Anyway, so the day of the party finally comes. We are looking forward for this thing for weeks, and I drive up a couple of my friends. We were all really close with the host, but heaps of people from our grade who we just really didn't fuck with. But we didn't matter, we were just gonna go and have fun, you know. So we all got there early to help set up, and some of the other girls were there already, and instantly I saw the girls who were there. I was like, oh great, it's these bitches. Legit the most bitchy, superficial, rude girls in the entire grade. Some of the meanest people I've ever met in my entire life. So we're helping to set up, we're pre-drinking. I bought a bottle of Hennessy for some reason, and there's some other stuff, but we'll get into that in a second. As we were sitting, the host calls the police, you know, just to tell them the party is happening and report the party, because otherwise you get noise complaints. But we realized we hadn't told a single neighbor, and probably should, because it was definitely going to get out of hand. And this is kind of sob story, but no one wanted to go tell the neighbors, obviously, of course, because how awkward is that? One of the bitchy girls looks at me and says, oh, like, why don't you go? And I said, are you kidding? I'm probably the most socially awkward person here, like, no way. And she said, yeah, exactly, that's why I asked. And a few of the girls chuckled, like, bitches, do you even know me? Anyway, so that's just, you know, high school bitchiness at its finest. The host actually wasn't there at that time and didn't hear that comment, because if she did, she would have gone off at that chick for sure. That the host absolutely loved me. Some people in high school are horrible people, but you find out later in life it's just because they're kids and they don't actually understand what they're doing is silly and purposeless. But anyway, an hour or so later, without telling any neighbors, the party was starting. Around 40 people showed up, so it wasn't crazy. There's still a lot of people for this one house, but it wasn't psychotic. It wasn't Project X level. Myself and the people I drove just kind of stuck together, and we hung out and we had a really good time chilling. I say chilling, but we were like snorting mystery powder my friend had. He said it was ketamine, but it felt like something else. Again, it was just kind of mystery powder. So I'm sitting there with my bottle of Hennessy. It's like halfway gone already. We were chilling in the grass, probably looking like the weirdest kids ever, kind of separated from the main party, but it's just because we were having this mystery powder and I didn't really feel like moving. Of course, we still said hey to a few people we knew, but like I said, most of these people we did not fuck with at all. Like an hour into the party, probably about 7 p.m, one of my friends starts acting really weird. We're like, man, like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? Because he didn't have any of the mystery powder. And then he says to us that about 40 minutes ago, he took a couple tabs of acid and we were all just bursting out laughing in the grass because it was just such a him thing to do, to just start tripping and not tell anyone. So he's having his own little adventure while we're K-holing or whatever. We literally saw him staring at a wall for like 20 minutes after going to the bathroom. Like, this guy was tripping pretty hard and he was having a great time. Everyone started setting up some drinking games, so we started playing as well. You know, the classics, King's Cup, beer pong, spin the bottle, but drinking, not kissing, because that's gross. And by this point, everyone was pretty messed up and falling over, acting stupid, you know, we were kids. But we were pretty much the only one doing drugs. I say pretty much because there was this one other girl. She was there when we got there, but she was really quiet. I barely even knew she was there. Turns out she was doing a shitload of pills, not sure what kind. By the time we had finished the drinking games, close to midnight, she looked stressed or like panicked. So a couple of friends are with her asking if she's okay. We're all back to the grass spot just kind of watching this unfold from a distance. And out of nowhere, this chick starts freaking out, like full on screaming, acting really agitated, pushing people away from her. She gets to a point where her face is red from screaming and crying, and she's getting worse and worse. So people are going over there to see if she's okay, and now there's a group of like 20 kids standing around this girl. After she kept freaking out for a solid 20 minutes, half an hour, still with us just observing this drama from a distance, someone finally says, look, like, we're calling an ambulance, like, she's clearly not okay. So an ambulance shows up like 10 minutes later. Some of our friends are crying because they thought like she was going to die. The host came over and sat down with us and says, guys, I can't do it over there. I'm just trying to get fucked up. I really don't care about this. And we were laughing so hard, especially my friend that's tripping on acid. I'm not even sure he could comprehend the words or if he was just giggly, but he was having a great time still. And the party continued. We kept doing drugs. My friend whips out a pipe. We are smoking. We are drinking. And not 15 minutes after the ambulance shows up, the police roll up, and of course, everyone starts freaking out, except us. We were very mellow about the whole thing, you know, even though we had enough drugs on us to definitely go to prison. Anyway, the host somehow just gets rid of the police, like they clearly just didn't care that there was a bunch of underage drinking going on. I had no idea what she said, but it clearly worked, so we just kept partying, and still with some of the bitchy girls crying on the side of the road from her friend. I also want to say that the girl who went in the ambulance ended up being totally fine, so it's okay that I'm having a bitch about her and her friends. I'm not making money off someone's death, I'm not making money period, but you know. I don't actually remember a whole lot after the police left. I remember having some really weird conversations with my friend once the majority of them left, and we all ended up just passing out outside on the grass. There was like 8 of us side by side, me and my 3 friends, the host, and 3 other guys we knew, and they were really chill. And that was the party, man. Like, we woke up, cleaned up, felt like a hydraulic press was crushing my head for the rest of the day, which was standard. And while I'm here, I just want to stress, after telling you all these things, that I got incredibly lucky many times. Putting random drugs up my nose, mixing drugs, mixing alcohol, and barely sleeping. Any of those things alone could easily kill you, and it's just why I get so much anxiety talking about these things, because I knew that I could easily die, but I just didn't care. And that's not the attitude of a healthy person who wants to lead a good life and live. Thanks for staying for the PSA. Thank you for letting me share my story with you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to keep up with more content. Caress the like button. Snort the share button just because, and mix drugs responsibly. This was Echo. Thanks. See ya.